Hey y'all, my name is Travis and welcome to Travis Brick's YouTube channel. We're doing another Dream Set review. This is the last one that I have purchased right now. I will probably wait till there's some sort of other double VIP thing going on. So we're going to move on to some other stuff after this one. And hopefully some city updates soon. Just waiting on some parts still. Um, but I'm excited about this one because this one kind of fits with all the other sets that we've been doing lately. It's got Mrs. Castillo in it, which you'll remember her from the Turtle Van. And this fig, I believe, is actually a different fig than the one that's with the Turtle Van. So we'll take a look at that when we get there. I'm super excited about this one because it's got all kinds of fun, like flower pieces and stuff. And I love the Lego flower stuff. I have all of the flower sets, and they're kind of displayed amongst some actual real flowers in my basement. So I love the flower sets. I love the unique parts usage that they provide. So this one is kind of in the same vein um, as those. So I'm super excited to get to building this one. So hopefully you follow along. If you like this type of stuff, make sure you subscribe, and stay tuned for some more.
So this build probably took me about 2 hours to do. I was not in a super big hurry to do it. In fact, you can see I was checking my phone every once in a while. Um, but this was definitely the longest of the Dreams builds that I did. It was interesting that it built both of the bottom floors first on the two sides and then built the roofs. I thought that was kind of interesting and unique. Um, I also talk about a little issue that I had upon opening the box later on, so make sure you check that out. You can kind of see the stickers were kind of messed up a little bit. Um, and I had a couple directions issues, which I'll cover here in a minute as well. But pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. But definitely was more intensive of the builds that I've done. This is the probably most piece count, though, that I've done so far of the dream sets. Maybe the Mr. Oz's Space Bus probably came close to that, but this was definitely the longest. I think Mr. Oz's Space Bus only took me about an hour and a half. This one definitely took me closer to 2 hours. There's also quite a few kind of rolly bits, so I definitely almost lost a couple multiple times. And there was no just straight solid fig bags this time either. So one thing that I came across, and this hasn't happened to me before, is in the instruction there's actually a step that's way out of place. So it's right here in bag two, and you will see that there's those 1x4s and then there's holes. Now watch this next step. You're supposed to attach these modified with the clip 1x1s to basically thin air, and they stay like that for quite a while. You add all this other stuff, and then you go beyond, and then suddenly it's like, oh, hey, you have to add this other step. Nope, still not there yet. There. Finally, like 8 steps later, and after you've already built all around it. So obviously this is a misprint, if you will. I don't know what you call it since this is all digital. But obviously this is a misstep in the placement of this step. I haven't checked to see if it's like that in the directions, but I hardly ever use the directions. I almost always use the iPad app. So that's kind of really annoying that I kind of assumed that that's what was supposed to go there. Um, but if you're building with your kid or whatever, that's not going to be very obvious. So that's a little bit annoying about this, and that's the first time I've really run into a problem like that.
All right, so I just finished building the stable of dream creatures. Super fun build. There's some cool build techniques to get this nice like curve going on. And lots of fun little parts usage. There's a little kitchen. There's a little dining area. There's the little stable for the animals. The thing that I really liked about this is when you got to the end, you got to pick what colors you wanted for on this reindeer like creature. And I chose the blue one.
But the nice thing was that with all the other sets, you kind of just had parts left over, and I don't like having just random parts left over. It kind of makes me feel like I missed the step or something somewhere along the way. So all the parts that if you would chose the pink one went to building this tree, and had I chosen on the pink one here, all the blue parts would have gone to building the tree here. So that was a super cool usage of parts, and just really smart on Lego's usage of bricks that they provide for the set. There's a super fun play feature. If you spin this, it makes the windmill go. And it also spins on the inside. There's a like grinding wheel for grinding flour. There's a fun little like bread making station on top. There's a little kitchen. There's a little dining area, and then there's a little stable on this side. Um, I just love all the parts usage for flowers. I feel like Lego parts usage for flowers is like the the top usage of Lego parts. I just love how these unusual or unexpected bricks make these really cool flowers. Like this is just really cool. Um, and even like using the coral flat to make a branch is just very cool. Um, so lots of cool things. There's a bunch of stickers, and I just hate stickers. I'm really bad at stickers. Um, so that was kind of annoying. Also, this one didn't come with any freebie stickers, unlike the other one. So I don't know what the deal with that is. Like, why did some come with the freebie stickers and some didn't? Especially this being, I think this was a $70 or $80 set. Um, so that was a little confusing to me. The other thing I will say, and maybe you saw this when I was doing the build, but this was actually kind of halfway stuck to the directions, which is why if you're buying older sets and you're buying sealed because you feel like that's the safer bet, sometimes you don't know. Maybe the stickers are totally foobarred in there and you have no idea because this was literally like stuck to the front cover of the or the back covers of the instructions. And I struggled a little bit to make sure that I didn't rip any of the stickers off. Um, so that's something to keep in mind if you're a buyer of older sets. Is that sealed isn't always the best because you don't know what happened inside that box. Bad things can happen inside that box. Um, Overall, I really like this set. It was super fun. I love the like curved arch of the roof too, and kind of the fun little accessories on the front side of this. Let's take a quick look at the figs. Just gonna reach over. So we have Zoe. Zoe's just like all of her other iterations, as far as I'm aware, as far as torso prints and leg prints and all that. She just doesn't have a cape or anything. She has that pitchfork so that she can do some farm work. Um, we have Cooper. Cooper looks like a race car driver. He's got that same belt that Mateo has as well. He's got that little cool little logo on the front side. Fun little face. There's alt faces for all these as well. He's got the little shovel so he can do some farm work too. Um, we got the fun little Dreamling mushrooms. There's two of these guys. This is such a fun print piece. Like this would look great in just like a forest or whatever for like making a really big mushroom. So that's super cool. And you get two of these in this set. Um, you get to make the cool little sorry. You get to make the cool little cactus guy again that was on the turtle van. And that's just such a fun little fig. I don't know if he has a name or she has a name. But that's just a fun build to do. Um, we got another Z Blob. Z Blob seems to be in just about every set, which I'm not complaining about because he's super cool. Come on, focus. But this is just your normal Z Blob, like all the other ones. Um, Mushroom. Sorry, I'm trying to reach around and find the right one. This is probably my favorite fig of the set. This is Izzy, and Izzy's honestly like there's nothing super special about her like torso. She's got dual molded legs, but can we talk about this hairpiece? I don't know if you can see very well, but this is like translucent like purples and blues and pinks and just super like psychedelic translucent color, and it's just really cool, and it just fits really well with kind of the vibe of her fig. um And I just love everything about that hairpiece. It's just super freaking cool. Lego knocked it out of the park on that one. Um, and then we got Mrs. Castillo again. We got Mrs. Castillo. Again, this is a super cool torso idea. It's very similar to some of the minions, but the torso is this really thick, chunky piece, and then like this is brick add-ons, and then obviously the head and the arms are actually like Technic pins. Um, so that's just super fun. I really am enjoying this torso type, and hope we get to see some more of those torso types. So this is the Mrs. Castillo from this set. I went and grabbed Mrs. Castillo from the Turtle Van. Um, and she is the same, but her backpack design is a little bit different. This is Turtle Van, this is this set. Um, so because of that brick built nature, her backpack can change a little bit without having to change the fig or send a different part. So that's super cool too. But the rest of her is the same. I just have the two different faces on the front, and then obviously um, her staff's a little bit different on each one, I guess to fit the theme of each set. Um, but so no, just a really cool fig. I just love that torso body. That torso body is just awesome. So overall, pretty good set. I think it's definitely worth the money. I was thinking about if maybe a second one would be able to like frame this in, and you would probably get pretty close to having all the pieces you need to frame it in. Um, to make it a complete building, if you wanted, you would have to deal with some of the curve aspect of it. So that might not be just as simple as slapping a second set on the backside. Um, but overall, really cool, really fun set. Again, the figs are continue to be the story of dreams. Um, and again, I just yeah, that just that hairpiece is just so cool. Um, so anyways, if you like these things, make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow along. I am currently out of my dreams queue. So I think in the next couple days we'll be doing some city stuff. So make sure that you stay tuned for that if you're interested in that, and maybe some build stuff, and maybe some older sets because I have quite a backlog that I need to get through. Um, so make sure you like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.